All right, people, welcome back. It's Dave, the Real Music Observer, observing real music in real time for real people just like you right there, and just like me right here. Gonna read an article, and that's why I'm sitting down at the computer, because this one is an interesting one having to do with Christine McVie and situation inside Fleetwood Mac. I'm really starting to wonder about that email she sent to Lindsey Buckingham. It's kind of duplicitous when you read stuff like this. This comes from a New Zealand based website, stuff.co.nz. Fleetwood Mac's Christine McVie says Neil Finn, the right Lindsey Buckingham replacement. That's the headline. And has a yummy picture of Neil Finn standing next to Christine McVie. Of course, if you do a little chopping on the big photo that the current promo photo, Neil and Christine are standing side by side. So she's showing solidarity with Neil Finn. Reads, Christine McVie says Lindsey Buckingham's departure was the only way to avoid Fleetwood Mac's complete demise. Buckingham left the more than 50-year-old band earlier last year after his relationship with Stevie Nicks deteriorated. She was the only one who knew that relationship had deteriorated. Just putting that in there. He was replaced by New Zealand's own Neil Finn. So this is kind of it's a New Zealand-based publication. So they're touting their good old boy from New Zealand, Neil Finn. And Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers guitarist Mike Campbell. Speaking to Mojo magazine, so I may have actually read the Mojo piece, but this is a little different because of the headline and what she said. Singer McVie said Buckingham leaving was the only route we could take. Well, you told us you could have just stopped playing altogether, which for some fans probably would have been okay. Or you could have gone out on another tour with Lindsey. But this tour here is making everybody a ton of money. In fact, it made Lindsey money, so we can't necessarily be upset by the fact that you guys went out on tour. He sued you guys, and he got a settlement out of court. So, okay. There was too much animosity between certain members of the band at that point. Certain members. There was just no way it could have gone on as a 5-piece. Well, actually, it's like a 12-piece right now with all the players who are behind the scenes. And that would be a group with Lindsey in the band. So it was either just completely break up the band or make the best of it. And they have a snippet from, it's strategically placed, where Lindsey Buckingham is on the CBS morning show, the Sunday morning show, where he talks about the coup against him, which looks like a coup to me. In the same interview, drummer and founder Mick Fleetwood said he wouldn't have described Buckingham's departure as a firing. Okay, so this part we've read before over and over again. It wasn't really a firing. Yeah, it was. How is it not a firing? Here's the thing, they keep printing the same narrative over and over again. This clearly indicates solidarity between Christine McVie and Neil Finn. That's what they wanted to convey in this article, that everything is rosy and there's no real issue with Lindsey leaving. You imagine doing this and not saying, wow, he's an enormous talent that will be missed, but he's something to that effect. Say, wow, he was instrumental in getting us to where we are today. None of that. Just like this isn't like replacing like a third stringer, somebody who came into the band and, worked out okay for a while, but now he's gone. No, this was somebody who is intimately involved with the success of this group. And it's just it's like no big deal. It's okay. Neil Finn, the right replacement. Really? Because he plays guitar like Lindsey? He sings like Lindsey? He's got the energy and the passion like Lindsey? No. So we didn't hear as to why Neil Finn and that's the crux of the article. Neil Finn, the right replacement. So tell us why. Not one little jot of ink about why Lindsey was replaced by Neil Finn and why he's the right guy. Just the circumstances leading up to it. So here you go. Another interesting article about Fleetwood Mac, and I'm thinking the demise might have been better, at least in the sense of keeping everything pure and normal. She could have gone off with Lindsey, but again, that didn't make as much money as going out on tour with Fleetwood Mac. So, done. See you soon.